Hello lovelies, Ellie here, and I am back with episode 4 of Fallingforsewing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We are in the midst of a fabulous sewing collaboration with myself and Talisha from Creativity by T. We are doing Fallingforsewing, which is a fall series focused on all the garments that we love to wear in the fall. This is episode 4, and this episode we will be talking about the perfect fall jacket. So if you would like to hear about the jacket that I made, please stay tuned. All right, so let's hop in. In usual Fallingforsewing fashion, we definitely had to come up with a name for this fourth mate that I made for my perfect fall jacket. And my name for this particular jacket is Cozy Vibes. So Cozy Vibes details all of the sherpa detail that is in this jacket. So speaking of sherpa, let's talk about the fabric. Got the fabric from Hobby Lobby. Both fabrics actually came from Hobby Lobby at different times. So the base of the jacket is a kind of like a camel colored faux leather that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3 tops. And the sherpa I got from Hobby Lobby this year because I knew I wanted to make this particular jacket. So let's talk about the pattern. I used McCall 7877. This is an older pattern. It came out around 2018, 2019. I had it in my stash forever. And as I've said throughout this series, the goal is to source my stash. And when I say that, I mean sourcing the fabric and sourcing the pattern. This is the first make I made where I actually went out to buy more fabric. So I think I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I bought 2 yards of the sherpa, and that was too much actually because I didn't even use half a yard for like the details that I put on the jacket. So I'll find some other use for all the sherpa that I have now. It's like a huge blanket, so I don't even know how to store it. As far as the pattern, McCall 7877, very, very easy pattern. I love that you could kind of play around with the sherpa detail. I had never used sherpa before. I figured it would kind of be like using any fabric that has a nap and that gets a little messy, like velvet, corduroy, things like that. It wasn't as sheddy as I thought it. I thought it would be like shedding all over the place, kind of like how sequins have done when I used them in the past, but it wasn't shedding as much, and that's because I have sewed with fur before. So I don't think I'll have to see if I have a picture of the fur coats and vests that I have made. But in the past, I've sewed with fur, and I know how to cut fur fabric. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, though, is you turn it on the wrong side of the fabric. So not the fluffy part, but this, well, that doesn't make sense because it's on my jacket, but you turn it on the part that is not fluffy, and you make sure to cut only that line, that pretty much lining of the fabric. So you take your scissors and I'll have to show you guys, but you kind of have to position your scissors where you're only cutting the base of the fabric and not the fur on top. That keeps it from being really messy, and it actually looks better when you cut it out because it's not as rigid with the cuts, and it still has that fluff to it. So did I have to do any modifications? Yes, let's talk about that. This is a very easy make. The steps fit on one page. Like literally it's a page where it shows how to cut the pattern, the regular details that you would see on a pattern for the first page, like key terms, stuff like that. And then on the next page is literally the instructions for the entire jacket for all views. So I knew that this would be an easy make because it had very little steps. It was very simple to put together. The only thing I will warn you guys of if you're making this jacket is when it says suggested fabrics are reversible fabrics, I thought that meant that be mindful that you have to use fabrics that don't have a white background, like they pretty much look the same on both sides. That's what I thought as reversible fabrics, but what it means is you really need to use a fabric that has the sherpa on the back of the fabric, which is really specific and hard to find, especially when you're looking for it. Like, of course you can find it when you're not looking for it, but most times it's hard to find a sherpa back fabric that you just happen to like and that works for the pattern in the garment that you want to make. So what I had to do once I realized that I did not have a fabric that was sherpa lined and I was just simply adding sherpa to the jacket, what I did was actually add sherpa to this section of the fabric, because initially when I made the jacket, the brown part of the leather was showing in like a very small area. So I had to be, I had to pretty much do some hand sewing to like get it to look like it was sherpa throughout the entire jacket. This is also an unlined jacket. So yeah, that kind of threw me off. It didn't take much time to add those pieces of sherpa, and it didn't take much to blend it in. Good thing it's a fluffy fabric. It's really easy to blend it into where you want it to be. But just keep that in mind. You can use a fabric like a faux leather like I did without sherpa on the back. Just be prepared to add sherpa in the spots that need to be covered, because it's assuming that you're already using a fabric that already has that backing on it, which is why I was looking, like I got to the end of the pattern, I'm like, so we're just supposed to leave the jacket like this with the back of the fabric showing? I was so confused. So yeah, I just added that sherpa, a lot of hand sewing to get it right, but it looks good now, so I'm glad I still stuck with it. Would I make this pattern again? Yes, but I will consider what I just told you as far as the fabric choice. Like I said, it's really specific to find a sherpa back fabric. I have seen them before. They have not garnered my attention enough to get them, because usually they're solid fabric, regular fabric, you know, nothing too special about it, and it's just sherpa line. It's almost like I see it for like blankets and comforters, but I don't see it enough to buy it. So I probably will have to do the same thing, except for the next time around, I'll just go ahead and line the whole jacket, you know, with sherpa, just to make it easy, and it'll just be a super warm jacket. Yeah, so I hope you like my cozy vibes fall jacket. If you have not already, please go over to my Instagram at Sally and Sam Style and Talisha's Instagram at Creativity by T. Make sure to follow us, and if you would like to participate, this series has started in October, well, started in September actually, and it's going all the way to November. So you have time to join us. If you make something that you would like to share with us, please use the hashtag Fallingforsewing 2024. You can also use the hashtag Fallingforsewing. We'll be looking at both of those hashtags, and make sure to tag us just to make sure that we see it and that we can highlight you in the next video. So until next time, I hope you are enjoying the fall weather. It is a lovely Sunday, looking pretty gloomy outside, but we're gonna make it work either way, and I will see you next time. Bye. For those of you who are new, do not forget to subscribe. Make sure you like this video, and make sure you comment below for my oldies but goodies and the newbies. Comment what you are sewing, what you've been up to this fall season. I'm just trying to sew as much as I can. I have let school get the best of me. So I'm trying to get back to sewing. I got a ton of like more seasonal fabric. So I'm like, I can't wait to show you guys that. And I'm hoping to put out a midweek video on my fall thrift haul, which is like a mega haul, because all summer long I was thrifting fall items for this season. So until next time, bye.